Harm. I am Supergirl.
Just finished watching Supergirl season 3 episode 7, Wake Up. Wow, this episode was pretty good. It was really cool seeing the story of Mon-El coming back, finding out that he has a wife, finding out that he's from the future. I mean, we knew all these things coming into it. I mean, the wife thing, I didn't really know of it, but I'm sure people knew about it from the casting and stuff. But but as soon as we saw her in the red pod and Mon-El trying to punch her out, and it's like, oh, I knew that she was the one, she was his wife type thing, and the rest of them, I guess are gonna be okay, but one of them is probably going to be Brainiac 5 from the future and stuff, so that's going to be cool to see that. It's also going to be cool to see the story as what brought him to marry this girl. I mean, he's only been gone for 7 years. I mean, I guess that's long enough to get married and stuff, but I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Do we get flashbacks? It would be cool to get Arrow-style flashbacks too, or flash forwards type thing, but they'd be Mon-El flashbacks. But I don't know, time travel in this would be would be pretty fun. But seeing a few flashbacks to or flash forwards to Mon-El's time in the 7 years that he was in the 23rd century or the 31st century type thing. So that's going to be it's really cool to see that. Hopefully we get those. I haven't heard anything whether or not we're going to get them, but I mean, it would be fun to see those. I'd love to see what drove them to being together and his first time getting back, and and how he got over Supergirl, how did he get over Kara in order to, how did he build a relationship with this girl, because I think it'd be more impactful seeing that rather than doing. And also I'd love to see all the different things that are going on in the future and all that stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Maybe see some flying cars and all that stuff, see where things are at, and, find out in the future was, Superman and Kara still alive, because if I'm not mistaken in the comics, Superman and Kara are both dead by that time, but she also is, I remember in the cartoons, she leaves in the cartoons in the animated series where John's father is from, that actor, he was, in those cartoons, was it Green Arrow, Supergirl, and Martian Manhunter? I forget who it was, but the three of them end up going over to the 31st century, and Supergirl ends up staying there after she meets Brainiac 5 and stuff. So that would be cool to see that. Maybe they get a relationship in here, but I don't see Supergirl leaving for the 31st century in this show, just because she's just so much here in this so many people that she cares about and stuff in this timeline, that I don't see her leaving. I mean, in the cartoon, she left because she was pretty much always in Superman's shadow and always Superman's shadow. She wanted to have a life of her own type thing. And this was an opportunity to do that type thing, be her own hero type thing in her own timeline. But in this, I think she can't do that. She's not going to leave Alex. She's not going to leave Eliza. She's not going to leave John or all the DEO and all that stuff. So I don't see that happening here. So it really was really interesting to see that. It was really cool seeing how everything went. I just still didn't understand why he had to lie to Kara so much. I guess there was the whole, his wife type thing, and all that. But it was really cool seeing that, and it's going to be interesting to see where things go with all this, and how the relationship between, Mon-El and Supergirl and all that, and his wife and stuff. But I kind of like the idea of keeping it, though, instead of it having a three-rated love triangle, which is going to be cheesy and all that stuff, of it being kind of a one-way thing where it's Mon-El's got over her. He's been gone for 7 years. I don't want him to I wanted him to be like, I got over you a long time ago. I'm sorry, and he has this relationship with this and needs that. And I like to see these flashbacks through the 31st century to show us how he got over, and how she was his new wife was there, and how they got married, and how long they were together, and all that stuff. So I'd like to build up that relationship to show us that this is how he's over. He's over her. That's it. And it's only for Kara to get over him type thing. And that's where Brainiac 5, I think, could come in. And I think that could be fun to see that there, see a little bit of a relationship there. So we'll have to wait and see how much we get of Brainiac 5 and all that stuff whenever we get to see him. But it's really going to be fun to see where things go with all this later on. So it really is going to be cool to see where things go. Definitely can't wait to see, it's going to be cool to see Saturn Girl and all that stuff, and the whole Legion and stuff. Maybe we can get Superman on board and see where, because Superman has met the Legion type thing, since we did see that Legion ring in the Fortress of Solitude. So that would be cool seeing that. Is talking about, maybe Saturn Girl's already met Superman. Maybe we get an episode with Superman, or just Clark. And if he's not in the Superman suit, I wonder if the CW, they would be allowed to use that, as long as they use him as Superman type thing. Or they could have him over on some sort of Skype setup, you know, where he can Skype in. He's like, yeah, meet. Oh wow, you meet them? Yeah. We hung out with them a while back. We did a few things, and they went back to their future. That would be a cool thing. Maybe just a phone call. We would just hear his Tyler Hoechlin's voice type thing, or a Skype call type thing, or an email. That would be work too if you don't have to get him and type thing. But it would be cool just to hear some stories of how Superman knows him, how Superman got that ring, whose ring is it? You know, is it Lightning Lad's ring? Is it Brainiac's ring? Is it Mon-El's ring? Is it whatever? Is Mon-El part of the Legion and stuff? Didn't see a ring on his finger or anything like that, so that would be cool to see that. And then it'll be fun to see where things go with all this. So it really was cool. Then there's the whole Rain side and the origin of her. I don't understand though. It didn't explain enough how far she went outside of Central City or National City. How far she went. How far she drove from there. You know, I know clearly she drove by car, so it's not that far. But if it's just outside the city, then how come DEO wasn't alerted? How come they weren't able to see, oh, this giant formation of thing is doing some movement? I mean, there's so many things that they've been noticing, and then they just not notice this. I know they were busy and stuff, but still, someone didn't notice it at the DEO. It's kind of really silly how they didn't notice that, and Supergirl wasn't able to alert it so she could just fly out and go check that out, you know? Would have been cool to see Supergirl, Mon-El, and Stargirl fly out to see there. I'm not sure if Saturn Girl, can she fly or not? If I'm not mistaken, she can. But it's definitely going to be fun to see where things go with all this and see the different, get some flashbacks and stuff. I'd love to see that, or flashback / flash forward and stuff. So that'll be fun. So we'll have to wait and see if we get those, but I definitely can't wait to see next week's episode being in the crossover. So it's really going to be fun to see that. And I haven't watched the trailers yet. I figured why not. We'll see if I decide to watch the trailers, but yeah, I definitely can't wait to see next week's episode during the crossover. So hopefully Mon-El's involved. I think based on set photos and photos that they're showing, all the actors are posting right now on Twitter, we have no Mon-El, just going to be Alex and Supergirl, which is I find always disappointing, because I'd love to see Martian Manhunter there. I'd love to see Mon-El there and stuff, but at least Martian Manhunter should have been cool to be there. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe he's in a little bit. Who knows? And I'm surprised that there was no tease for that in the next episode. Probably because it's in the middle of the crossover, and it's not the first episode of the crossover for next week. It's in like the second episode after Arrow type thing. So that'll be fun to see that. So yeah, definitely it's gonna be fun to see where things go with this. I can't wait to see next week's episode. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below of Supergirl season 3 episode 7. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.